This week in the Premier League, who knows what games are actually going to happen. United just had their trip to Brentford called off. There's COVID outbreaks in so many clubs, Tottenham and Brighton as well as United. But let's take a look at what is actually supposed to be happening. So game week 17 kicks off on Tuesday night with Aston Villa travelling to Carrow Road to take on Norwich, who are bottom of the table. A win for Villa would be a big boost to the mission of remaining clear of the relegation zone. Norwich, however, need to start pulling some results if they want to stay in the Prem next season, which looks pretty unlikely. Gerrard's Villa have been doing alright, I think, so a 1-0 for them is what I'm going to predict. I would be surprised if Norwich could take a point, but it would be nice to see for them. Leeds are set to continue with the rough run of fixtures, taking on Man City at the Etihad. Did I say Etihad? Oh, Etihad. Such a bad habit. Despite the apparent mismatch in squads, Leeds managed to win this exact Despite the apparent mismatch in squads, Leeds managed to win this exact fixture. Despite the apparent mismatch in squads, Leeds managed to win this exact fixture this time last season. It wasn't this time last season, but it was last season with a 2-1 scoreline, which was quite impressive. But Guardiola has said that everyone except Ferran Torres is fit to play, which makes me lean even more towards a win for Man City. With City's defence, I see Ederson holding a 2-0 clean sheet, although I wouldn't be surprised if the away team put up a fight. Maybe they'll get a goal or two, but I'm going to go with 2-0. Hasenhüttl has called upon his Southampton team to show their nasty side as they host Crystal Palace. Two very evenly matched teams are throwing me towards a 1-1 draw here, but I'm going to say 2-1 to Palace. Southampton have a higher average goals conceded every match and a lower goals scored every match compared to their opponents. And to go with this, the Eagles have been on a great run of form recently. It's been quite impressive compared to the last few seasons. So yes, that's going to be a 2-1 to Palace. I'm calling it now. Burnley take on Watford at Turf Moor. I'm going to blaze through this one, but with Ben Foster being out for Watford and Burnley also missing a player, I see Burnley taking a 3-1 win. Ballsy scoreline, I know, but that's just what I see happening. I mean, it's not the most interesting game. I'm sorry, Burnley fans. Are there Burnley fans? Bro, look at my cat. Look at my cat. Probably the biggest game on the schedule this week is Arsenal taking on West Ham. West Ham are currently 4th in the table, but both teams have been great to watch the past few weeks. But I do see Moyes taking his West Ham side to a 3-2 victory is what I'm going to go with. Arsenal fans will not be happy with Arteta if they lose, but I don't think they actually ever are happy with Arteta, so we'll see what happens. Leicester versus Spurs is still scheduled to go ahead, but despite training, the North London team are still reporting positive COVID tests among both staff and players. I guess we'll see if this goes ahead. On the off chance it does, I'm going to say a 3-1 to Spurs. Chelsea going against Everton is also something happening this week, although Chelsea are still suffering with injured players. If Everton somehow managed to win this, it would put a significant damper on Chelsea's title dreams. Because we're about, kicking off into that title race now. I mean, the top 3 clubs are getting kind of clear. But I don't see Everton toppling Chelsea, so if Tuchel doesn't make any mistakes, I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Chelsea. And to finish up, we have Liverpool taking on Newcastle. That's second place, taking on second last place, and with it being Newcastle that have to travel to Anfield, I think Newcastle are going to win 8-0. Actually, no, I think it's going to be 4-0 to Liverpool. I did say that for United versus Norwich last week, and look what happened, but I'm slightly more confident in this one. So that's it for this week's preview. Thanks again for all the support recently. We just hit 1k subs, which is pretty fucking sick. Let me know in the comments what you predict the scorelines will be for this week. See ya.